Okay, Libra, so I'm going to do a non-contact reading for you guys. Find out your person's energy, their feelings, intentions, actions, and also the future position. There will be a part 2 subscription as per usual, so you can check that out if you will. And if you want to inquire about a personal reading with myself, please click the link in my bio or in description. So let's go. Libra, non-contact for September. There we go. It says, work through your fears. Now that's new moon in Scorpio. So work through your fears is your first card. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Libra. Seek healing. So you may need to, or someone may need to seek some healing and work through the fears. So that's the first 2 cards. Could be that you're really going through that healing process in September, which is nice. What's going on in terms of your love oracle regarding the non-contact? It's asking you, or the card suggests, to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. So make the effort. Right, let's have a look what's going on. We're going to get your person's energy first. See how they're currently feeling in love in general. 2 of Swords. What's their current feelings towards you? Oh gosh. 2 of Pentacles. What's their intentions within this connection? They want to talk or rebuild or collaborate. Okay, so they're open to collaboration. And what's their actions going to be? What actions will they take? I did see the 6 of Cups in nostalgia, but I wonder if it'll come out. Anyway, we've got the King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and it's also about communication, focus, and determination. What's the future hold? We've got clarity coming forward, so there's a lot of sword energy in your reading today, Libra. So you could be getting some, you could be getting some sort of confirmation in the future, because currently your person's in that 2 of Swords energy, and they're feeling overwhelmed in that 2 of Pentacles. So hopefully, as time goes on, there is going to be some clarity come forward. Let's go. They could even want to communicate with you in their actions. So yeah. There has definitely been a Tower, and there's a lot of trapped energy in this person. It does feel like this person's stuck now in some sort of Tower moment. They're looking at that, they're feeling that impact, and they're up in their heads. They're not quite sure what to do to move forward. They are trying to, because we've got the 8 of Wands here. So that 8 of Wands does really indicate to me that they're really trying to move forward, to maybe gain some insight in how they can communicate with you as well. 8 of Wands is a very exciting forward momentum. However, it does come with a lot of anxiety attached to that. So they could just be currently trying to move forward, you know, be more positive. Yeah, so let's have a look in the future and how this person's energy is looking. They're looking, they're spying, they're investigating what to do next, because they feel broken. There's still a heartbreak, or there's a third party energy here, and they are looking at that. They feel loss, sorrow, or regret. They could regret something, or they feel sorrow because you put them in a third party or heartbreak. Whatever this heartbreak is, they're still feeling that in September, a little bit heartbroken, and they're trying to work out ways to maybe gaining the momentum to move forward after the Tower. Yeah, let's have a look. This is clarity, so I'm hoping in the future you're going to gain some clarity from this person. Now, in terms of their current feelings towards you, I've got the 2 of Pentacles. Now, the 2 of Pentacles automatically tells me they're overwhelmed. They're not sure which way to go. They're trying to balance their emotion out. It's because it's feelings, you see, and they're trying to navigate through this and stabilize themselves. So this looks really good that they're trying to work through it. The great thing about this person's energy is they've got the King of Cups, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So be that King of Cups, it could be any star sign, but the point is, in feelings, they're trying to really mature, be mature in their feelings, mastered in their feelings, due to the fact it's the King. So they're trying to navigate through their feelings, they're trying to stabilize their feelings, and they're also wanting to move forward. They are overwhelmed currently, but by the time maybe a week, couple of weeks progress, or within the next couple of weeks, I just kind of feel like they're more settled and stable in their feelings because they're moving forward. So that looks quite nice as the clarifiers go. It's just the case of taking that 2 of Pentacles down to that Page of Pentacles, isn't it? And being stable. What's going to happen going forward? We've got the 2 of Pentacles again, so they're still really trying to navigate through that because there's loss, sorrow, or regret. They're feeling a lot of pain for these Libras in non-contact. A lot of pain. Yeah. They might need to seek healing. You might need to seek healing. And working through the fears is quite important here, I do believe. Let's go into their true intention, shall we, and what they really want. They do want to collaborate. They want to rebuild after this tower. So they know the tower's really unsteady, unstable. There's a broken energy between you two. But we have got that Three of Pentacles, which means they do want to maybe collaborate. Yeah, which is nice. They're hoping and wishing and wanting actually to be more stable and collaborate and maybe come out of this conflict. And maybe go, there's conflict regarding the success of this, I've got to be honest. So they're still feeling that they might need to collaborate, move forward, stabilise the tower before their intentions is known. They don't know if their intentions is conflicted regarding a union because we haven't got success yet. So they do want to be successful, they do want to be glorious, they do want to have victory, but they need to hope and wish that they can come out of this conflict with you and move forward to rebuilding this union again. So it is in their forefront of their mind. It is what they want, to maybe try and regain some sort of stability or structure and then rebuild on that and come back into that union. Let's have a look. 2 more cards for their intentions in the future. We've got the Hierophant and the World, closing out old cycles to begin new cycles and becoming more stable. There might be a cycle coming to an end and you're going to have some clarity over that because we've got the Ace of Swords here and it looks like the Ace of Swords is there. Now we'll just do that again because, yeah, an ending. So they're done, dusted, defeated now and they're trying to be strong to rebuild themselves and stabilize their energy. Look, we've got the Hierophant again, so that's Taurus energy. That's about stability. That's also about structure. Maybe they need to close out a high level of commitment, or maybe it's time to close this commitment out completely. We'll have a look in the future position, but at the moment I feel like there's a little bit of unsurety on where this is actually going to go because there's still so much pain in September still. So let's have a look at what's going to happen in terms of their actions towards you, Libra. It could be they see you as very sharp because you're the King of Swords. It could be that there has been a sharpness between you two. So there's like that, just being focused on communication at the moment. There is death, so there's a closing out of something. Yeah. There is love here, so there is a connection that someone wants to try and balance out, but it's been closed out. So obviously, because it's a non-contact reading, at this present moment in time, you're in no contact. So it has closed out. This person is done, dusted, defeated. This person, he is hurt. And they're wanting to try and balance this love out after an ending. They may even want to communicate with you or talk to you about how to be more focused going forward in the future, or even how they can be more focused going forward in the future. This is just their current actions towards you. So let's have a look at what their future actions do look like. Love in a union. They're very emotional about a union. There's also, there could be a marriage, and there's also the lovers underneath the deck, so it could be a choice in love, and that's why it's caused a lot of pain. There is definitely some emotion in terms of a union here, and we've got it here in their intentions. They may want to talk about or release some feelings of emotion regarding that union that you shared, or a union in itself. Let me just get one more card, Libra. Yeah, progression. How can we work through this and progress forward? There could be a bit of stability coming forward after some rejection, disappointment, or dissatisfaction in a situation. Right, let's have a look at the future position. I mean, at the end of the day, there is a lot of pain here. Still someone's trying to work through. Let's have a look at this Ace of Swords. There's some confusion on what clarity to give out or what clarity is being received. They're stuck together. They don't want to come. What wants to come this one? Waiting. What else, please? Yeah. It really does feel to me like there is some obvious distance in the future. There's a bit of confusion over some sort of clarity. There's some confusion over wanting to get clarity. Maybe it's not being clear, or maybe the clarity that has come forward is still a sense of making you feel like you're waiting for something, or you're very confused and you're still working through that in the clarity. There is also something about independent, self-sufficient, single, self-reliant energy. So if this is someone that wants to concentrate on themselves, it could well be, or you're waiting to see if someone's going to be single. That could also be the case. But the thing with this as well is like there's some confusion, still some decision to be made regarding becoming single or remaining self-sufficient, apologies, and there is clarity coming forwards in the future regarding that. So I would look out for that. If it means that there is a a continuous single energy within both of your remit.